Greetings, fellow mountain dwarves. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval. Episode 6, Major Improvements. So, because beams and both kind of tied, I'll use a mix of both. But the block arches, I think, look appropriate. So I'll replace the other side with a block arch, and I'll put the block arch... like, matching where the block arch is over here. But for now, I'll put a pillar to hold up so I can destroy the beam and replace it with a block arch. Actually... Oh yeah, no, I don't need that. Put the block arch in now. Alright, Ranger, what are you working on? Removing the trough. Did I restrict ingredients to the stove? No, I didn't. So let's do that again. Don't use red currant. Don't use barley. And don't use honey. Oh, and use sticks for fuel for now. Sticks don't have a lot of use, whereas like coal and wood have a lot more uses. So I try to use up all the sticks that I have, and then eventually transition over to like wood and coal. Given them in the mountain, probably coal. There's no shortage of coal. Lovely. What's funny is like, this is actually where I would... Because you guys voted that I would have tiered paddocks. This is exactly where I would want the tiered paddocks anyway. So this was going to be replaced as soil eventually anyway. So it's kind of convenient that I need to do it now. Alright, Scumdog is making pretty good progress on getting the fermenting room up and ready. And Jungian is going to be recovered very soon, so she will be able to help us with excavation. Oh, now she needs more wound tending. Liara, that is up to you. In fact, I should make you tend 1. So in here, I'm putting a wooden torch, or a iron torch, because it's going to be somewhat permanent. The reason I like to put torches in the fermenting rooms is you can turn torches on and off to control the temperature of the room, because fermentation process requires roughly around like 43, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now, it's exactly 40 or 43.1 degrees Fahrenheit. So one of the ways that you can manage a fermentation room is just to have a bunch of torches, and then flick the torches on and off to control the temperature room like this, where you just go off, on, and the torches produce a little bit of heat output 5, so you can kind of control the temperature of the room that way. Not finally, but oh yeah, Jungian's up. Nice. Alright, Trala, I want you to craft. So here we are going to craft limestone bricks forever. I must say our little area has not gotten any more cleaned up at all, but we're working on it. Not really sure what the animals are doing. Yeah, this is a pen. It will highlight if it's not. So this is a proper pen. We just need to haul the animals over. So animal husbandry, Tralla, I'll put you on 1 there. Because right now they're stuck eating like shrubs. Because there's not a pile for them. All right, dump and stockpile. Let's dump here. Have it a little closer to the base. And I don't have a lot of room for like regular stock. Ooh, wow. Tralla and Scumdog just made friends with one another. Good. So we should see Jungian digging. Tralla should be roping the animals. Vuna, Vargo, and Luna. And then Lara is like hauling weird things to the stockpile, but that's fine. Eventually we'll phase out these farm fields. It's not what I wanted her to haul. I wanted her to haul the steel and the silver outside, so it's not in the way. Because I have so much of it. So down here, we finally have a fermenting room, so I'm going to set up a fermenting station, and I'll put that there. And the fermenting station is where we can process things that can become booze into mash or wort or, you know, some sort of fermentation product. And then once we have a bit of a floor, I will have this room be the high priority storage for those materials. And then those materials will get fermented into booze for us because everyone's very thirsty in the colony, and I need to fix that. Is that enough roof support? Yeah, I think it will be. How big did the tables get? Might not even need a large table. I could put a medium one here. Yeah, so this is sort of a great hall area. But you guys didn't vote on that necessarily, so let's not start on that just yet. What to build next? Great hall. Church. Storage. Raw food storage. Because I don't necessarily need to make the raw food storage right now. We can have a combined cooked and raw stockpile if you want. Farms. I'm not going to worry about the infirmary just yet. We could also do a library. Or... or bedrooms. Right, there you go. What to build next? 'Tis up to you, friends. So I think Jungian. I am also going to put you on stone crafting. Because you're not necessarily the best miner, although you have a passion in it, so that either you or Tralla are managing that at any given time. I'm also widening out the hallways here so that they're wider and can accommodate more foot traffic. And then I'm going to replace this soil with stone so that it's a more reinforced starter door. I could also, at some point, I don't have defensive structures, but at some point, like, get a better door as well. All right, let's save and load and see if we can't fix the songs going in and out thing. So in terms of storage, generally you want storage like somewhat close to the entrance of your base so that you don't have to haul things so far deep into the base. That might not be true of seeds that need to be cooled. So probably storage would be like above the Great Hall, I'd imagine. So I would have stairwells that go up. And so going down, we have food storage. On the main floor, you have like cooking and Great Hall and infirmary. And on the elevated floors, you have storage and bedrooms. Some sort of design like that. So it looks like storage and bedrooms are the priority, and I'll work towards having a spot for that. So in terms of fermenting, we can ferment fruit juice or ferment mash. I don't have enough fruit juice for it. The mash, if you're wondering, is red currant or apples, or the fruit juice rather, and the mash is, I'm going to take red currant and apples off of that. It's vegetable rot, carrots, beets, barley, cabbage. So we can do mash. It doesn't make the nicest booze, but it will make booze. I'm going to pause that for now because I haven't set up the stockpiles, but that's the eventual goal. I just think we need a lot more limestone for the bricks. Because I don't want to store anything on raw flooring, as that comes with its own set of problems. Also, I am going to stop using the temporary stockpile for storage. Because we're pulling like sticks and twigs in there, and it's just not worth the hauling effort. So Liara now will start hauling the things, the raw metals into this stockpile, which is out of the way, the non-perishable one, which will make the base look a lot nicer. So you guys want storage area. Copy that. So the idea that I had is that the main entrance, or at least for now, will be here. Oops. So we have a main sort of entryway here. At some point, I didn't include the moat as a goal, but like this is defensive enough, I think. So we'll have a main entrance here, and then this will be a stairwell upstairs. Leading up to bedrooms and storage that are above the Great Hall. So I have the sort of blueprint, the floor prints for the Great Hall here. Maybe even larger than that. Make it really great. So like pillar, 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 pillar. Maybe not even pillars like that. I'm trying to think of what would provide the most support. I'm going to have it be like an arched cathedral. So these will be pillars with like stone archwork. Meaning that in the Great Hall we can fit like a large wooden table for everyone, like for tons of people to sit at. I'll even have it be one deeper so that it's more symmetrical. Once we get there. That's not the priority. The priority is storage now. So the current priority right now is build a fermenting room and storage. Nice. Rager's getting the flooring done. Looks like Liara is hauling exactly what we want hauled out of the way to clean up the inside. So now that the storage is done, I'm going to put a stockpile here, and this will be a stockpile for fermenting. Clear it all, and put fermenting materials in a high priority there. And then we'll make fermenting juice until we have 20, fermenting mash until we have 20, and fermenting milk until we have 20. And that's a cooking task, so that should get Trala to start making us booze. And this room is the correct temperature, and I'll show you that once we have fermenting materials, like what temperature it wants, because it will straight up tell you. And Liara is cleaning up our base here, getting all of the iron and silver, because there's so much iron and silver, it's ridiculous. The iron and silver hauled away. And then Rager is getting the floor built in the food storage so that I can store booze on the floor and not have it rot. Because to prevent rot, you want flooring. It's all going according to plan. Alright, the other thing I wanted to do is the hole that we have. Let's stick... I think it can support... Yep, stick another thing of soil so that our kitchen is actually a kitchen again. It's under a roof, but it's not actually inside yet. Do that before I forget. So things will look a lot more homey very soon, I think. And we're widening our entryway, but I think what I'll do is I'll put block walls right around the door so the door becomes a structural choke point. And then at some point, once we have enough excavation done, I can put Liara back on research or even Scumdog, either way, and start to get like defensive structures and other research that we have not yet invested in. A lone traveler, so another merchant opportunity. Yeah, you can see all the ores, and I have this stored outside just because it doesn't rot, so it doesn't really matter if it's out or not. It hypothetically could be stolen, but because it's right underneath where our archers are going to be posted, I'm not worried about it being poached, because any poachers that are trying to steal this stuff are going to get shot a lot. In a way, it even has me baiting them into trying to steal from me and then getting, like, murdered for it. Alright, Trella, have you... What, you're hauling. Oh, is that... No, I have you cooking. Cooking is fermenting station. So are you hauling to the fermenting station? I'm going to shadow him for a minute, see if he's actually fermenting yet. Oop, don't, what did I just click? Oh, this is paused. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Ah, that would explain everything. So he'll start fermenting in a minute, now that I've solved that problem. Oh yeah, here we go. He is getting mash going. That's what you were thinking for the Grey Hall? Perfect. Perfect. So initially, I will leave some other stonework unexcavated that can support the roof, and then eventually we'll get the whole thing set up with like arched stonework. Should look nice. So these sections are just like temporary to hold up everything so it doesn't collapse on us when we excavate it. But we're not working on that right now. God, we have so much silver and iron, it's absurd. I should see what Ricard has for sale, though. So, Liara, once you're done praying, enjoy your entertainment, too. And eat. There we go. Ricard, where are you? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. I'm happy to give up saplings, provided that they have carry weight. Given that we have, like, tons of iron, maybe what I'll do here is buy some aged wine, which is really expensive. But everyone in the colony right now is like, oh my god, I want food. So buy the aged fine wine, which is going to keep people, like, kind of happy initially. And then, like, sell a whole bunch of iron, because, like, God knows we're not going to need as much iron as we have. Because there's just so much to smelt. It's something that we can easily export. So, yeah, I like it. We're selling birch saplings and iron ingots for wine. Works for me. Heresy of the Roads is that faction's name. So, down here, we want, oh, there's a missing floor. Whoops. Let's make sure I didn't, okay, that's the only spot that's missing. Down here, we want to stockpile our booze. So, I'll just call it booze. And that would be a high priority for stimulants. Well, let's call it stimulants. Call it what the game calls it. So we keep our stimulants indoors and keep our fermenting pile indoors. So here's how the fermenting works. This is a pile of fermenting mash. And if you mouse over its fermentation temperatures, it ferments fastest around 43 Fahrenheit. So it won't, as long as it doesn't decompose. As long as this decompose meter is not bad, which you want to keep it the correct temperature for fermentation, so it ferments the quickest. If it's freezing, it never ferments, and then if it's too hot, it ferments very slowly. So we're trying to keep it in the happy medium, which is around 42 or 43 Fahrenheit, which is exactly what it is right now with one torch on. So this is fermenting as fast as it can go, really. And I'm actually going to go up to 50. I mean, our people are, like, very, very thirsty, so I will try to cater to their needs. Flooring does raise the temperature. Well, it actually depends on the material of the floor. Soil is the most insulating, so soil is not going to. If it's like raw limestone, adding flooring will help, but if it's like soil, it will hurt, I guess. Oh, also, yeah, let's not dig that out right now. And then, likewise, the booze that we have, we don't want it to rot. So keeping the booze under 42.8 Fahrenheit will make it so that it never rots, so it's in a stockpile that will never decompose. But these things, this wine pile is too big to fit on a shelf. Like, it just simply won't fit, right? Shelves don't store medicinals. Actually, these shelves, maybe we put seeds and herbs on them too, because they're just going to be general shelves for like everything. So we don't have the other shelves. So I'll do that now. That's how to have a wine cellar. And at some point, maybe we have a proper wine cellar and beer cellar. But for now, it can share space with the cooked meals as it's the right temperature. So the idea that I had here is to put stairs up in the hallway to his storage and bedroom floor, which I'll get going. And boy, is things looking nicer now that Liara has hauled all that silver and iron out. There's still a lot of it left, but you can see the base is already looking much more swanky. No, I want it inset, so it's not right up against the doors. And I'll have Jungian work the hall as well. So over where the stairs are, on the floor above, and this is where it gets a little tricky, we want to excavate that and that, so that the stairs can go up. So it looks a little weird, but yeah, it will look something like that. Can I make a landing at the top of the stairs to shoot down from? I could. The idea is that we keep them out, though. We don't even let them in the first place, and that's even our second point of defense. Eventually, we want like a gatehouse with a moat, so that's going to be on the pole eventually once like the needs to have been met. But apart from books and leather, and hay, most of the stuff that we need to haul over is already in the stockpile, which is nice. So I don't believe that they can reach this here. I think a simple ladder will work, but we'll see. I might have to create some scaffolding in the leg. It's their time off, so they're not working right now. Anyway. But from the outside, you wouldn't know it, that we have a nice little keep in here. Ooh, and Rager had a birthday. Cheers, Rager. Happy birthday, and I hope you don't get a heart condition. The bedroom is a little cold. So in order to avoid penalizing temperatures, I'll put a stone brick brazier in there to help keep them temperate. And that also means I can turn the torch off. I don't need two sources of fuel or fire. So the brazier will produce far more heat. You know, heat output of 14 versus the 4 of the or 5 of the torch. So that should heat the bedroom up a little. Yeah, it's 71 in there now. It's maybe even a little too warm. And there, in the brazier, there's even intensity, so I can have this be low intensity, so that it burns less fuel and produces less heat. So heat output of 12 instead. Ooh, and we have more fermenting mash piles. Good. Get me my booze. That's going to help with mood a lot. Looks to me like they can't mine that. Maybe a ladder directly beneath. I should have thought about this ahead of time, and I didn't. Oops. There we go. Let's see if that works. Hey, Krieg, Merry Christmas to you, too. Alternatively, I mean, there's other ways to solve this. Might have to go for other solutions if this doesn't work. Because I don't think they can mine that either. Yeah, this is still blocked. So other ways is to mine in from the same elevation up here and then backfill it with soil. I'd like to avoid that if possible, though. I forget the rules of the ladder, though. But for now, I'm okay with them, like, excavating. So, maybe I go and do that. Maybe I bite the bullet and create, like, a corridor, and then just have to backfill it at some point. Make sure that there's no other, Yeah, I don't think there's any other issues here. Do they need something to climb onto? I don't think that's the issue. I think they just can't mine above themselves. But, oh, you know what? I might be interpreting the Z levels incorrect. No, it's right. So I'm gonna dig in from here. That's a lot to backfill, though. That's one layer above. And they just won't mine because they can't. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to go with the backfill solution. It's fine. Unideal, but fine. Aren't you planning a chimney? No, not there. Go from the level above and mine down? Yeah, the level above mine down might require less backfill. The thing is, it's I guess it does. Well, so this is the level above and mine down, more or less here. I'll just do that. This will work. So that means I can get rid of these wooden ladders, and I'll just, going forward, I'll have to, having a 3-tiered base is probably all the tiers I'm going to need anyway. So once I have access to this 3rd tier, it should no longer become an issue. For now, I think I am going to go into the Great Hall anyway, just because I have miners that aren't employed at the moment, so I might as well just get them to start. All of the raw resources are almost out of the way. Once they're completely hauled out, wow, I made this stockpile way bigger than I thought I would need, and I still need more space. Once it's all hauled out, we can start hauling this stuff over, and then once that stuff's hauled over to the storage stockpile that we're setting up now, we'll be able to start up with research again. This will be a lot less confusing once it's done, so like, if this doesn't make sense to you, don't bother trying to interpret it, because it's all temporary. It's all in, you know, temporary scaffolding, essentially, to access the floor above. Where, yes, we're building floors and having to build more infrastructure. But as soon as we get to here, we'll have a stairwell, and then we won't need to, oh, here, work on what's up there. Then we'll we can backfill that corridor, and it will make a lot more sense visually. So I was thinking for this hallway to have weapon racks, maybe on the walls or as racks like this, and then also suits of armor shelving, which I believe is a research somewhere in here. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey. Oh yeah, here it is. Furniture 2, armor rack. Just in the hallway, you know, for when we need to defend, have weapons at the ready. Something like that. It will also look pretty cool. Yeah, for the farms, I am going to need to dig all this away and then backfill it. So it's not that much extra work, you're right. Because these 3 tiles would need to be backfilled anyway. So it's like annoying, but not like detrimentally. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 23rd and December 24th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that this episode was cut from a live stream marathon, and all the content has already been recorded, so changes cannot be made. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, and a link to that can be found in the description of this video, and also a link to Discord if you would like to join my online gaming community. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and everyone that turned out to the live stream.
and also viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow restitutionists and oak brethren.